What is good? My name is Mike Osterman. I am a professional freestyle skateboarder. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the difference between double kick and single kick freestyle skateboards. I wanna talk about what the differences between these two boards are, and if you're looking for your first freestyle skateboard, which one to buy. But first, let's talk about what freestyle skateboarding is. And to do that, I can't really do it here. We're gonna have to go to the skate park. So let's go. Obviously, downhill skateboarding is all about skating down hills. Park skating is about skating parks or obstacles. And vertical skating is all about skating on vertical surfaces. Freestyle, though, freestyle is all about making the board the obstacle. It's all about finding unique ways to ride your board without any other obstacles around you. Oh, that was sketchy. You get the gist. If you ask Dan Garb, he says freestyle is all about making your skateboard a paintbrush and the flat ground your canvas. I miss you, Dan. Come out to Long Beach again. And there's tons of different kinds of freestyle tricks. Rail tricks, truck tricks, footwork tricks, flip tricks, casper tricks, finger flip tricks. Now we all ride boards that make those tricks easier and more fun to learn. Most importantly, boards that don't break after one pogo. The first thing to choose when picking a freestyle board is whether you want a double kick freestyle board or a single kick board. Now, kick refers to the upturned nature of a nose or tail, like the kick tail that you see here. It curves upward. Single kick boards feature a flat nose and a kick tail. Now this is actually a spoon nose Huntington board from Waltz Skateboarding. It's the closest thing that we make to a single kick, but we'll come back to this a little bit later in the video. And you guessed it, double kick boards feature a kick nose and a kick tail. Both ends of the board are turned upwards, hence double kick. It's kind of self-explanatory. You probably see the difference. Moving on. Double kicks are all about symmetry and ollieability, because that's a word. Not all double kicks are symmetrical, but the nose and tail of a double kick are going to feel a lot more similar than the nose and tail of a single kick. And this makes a lot of footwork tricks, rail flip tricks, and some truck transfers easier. Ollies are freestyle tricks, even though I'm bad at them. And having a kick nose really helps to level out ollie tricks and gives you something to flick during kick flips. I can't believe I landed that. And on the other hand, double kicks tend to lack versatility and make tricks like caspers and pogos a lot more difficult. Some tricks just might not work on your tail. Different tricks work better on different shaped ends of the board. And skating an asymmetrical or a single kick board opens up a ton of possibilities because you have two very different shaped ends of the board. Kicktails also tend to make pogos a little bit more uncomfortable. Ow. They just sort of want to fall back towards the wheels every time you're in a pogo, especially a no-handed pogo. You might also find that caspers are more difficult just because of the nature of the kick nose and kick tail. You're sort of fighting against the concave to find a good platform for your foot. Single kicks, on the other hand, are all about tradition and versatility. Having a flat nose makes things like pogos, especially no-handed pogos, much easier. The same goes for finger flips and caspers. Most of the traditional freestyle tricks feel really comfy on single kick boards because they were invented on these types of boards. They're also more versatile because the tail has a much different shape than the nose. I like doing my rail flips off of a flat nose, but I like popping impossibles off of my kicktail. So many options. But single kicks also make you think a lot more. If you like doing a certain trick off of your tail, but your board is backwards, you suddenly have to start turning your board around in between tricks. You have to think more about the direction your board is pointing and how to adjust it accordingly, which I'm not always good at. It's still so hot out here. You might notice that I do a lot of walk the dogs and shuffles when I'm skating. And that's because I'm used to doing my impossibles off my tail. And if I were to set up to do an impossible off my nose, oh, that feels really weird. That was not supposed to look as clean as it did. That genuinely feels super awkward to me. If you're used to skating a big street board too, it's gonna take a lot of time to adjust to a single kick. I mean, switching to any new board takes a lot of time, but when you're switching to something as drastically different as a board with a flat nose, it really does take a while. That can be a bummer for some people. Something to keep in mind if you've been skating a big street board, a single kick is gonna feel extremely foreign to you. Okay, in summary, if you love doing rolling tricks, if you want to learn how to do footwork and don't mind making your pogos and casper tricks a little bit more difficult. Also, if you're transitioning from a street skateboard or just a larger skateboard deck, a double kick freestyle board is the perfect option for you. Bixby double kick from Waltz Skateboarding is a great freestyle board. This is a double kick that comes in 7.4, 7.6, and 8, depending on how big you are or kind of what you're interested in. And this is a great double kick option if you're getting your first freestyle board. Now, if you are obsessed with pogos, caspers, finger flips, more traditional freestyle stuff, and you just really want to do stationary, traditional, classical freestyle tricks, and also if you don't mind adjusting to something that feels way different from your average street skateboard, a single kick, or in this case, the spoon nose Huntington freestyle board from Waltz is a great option for you. This also comes in 7.4 and 7.6, and this board will provide a flatter nose while still giving you a little bit more feel for kind of where the end of the board is. This is what I skate every day. This is my favorite board. Although I've been skating the 8-inch Bixby more lately, and it's becoming something that I'm doing more work on, just doing more tricks on and learning more on right now, so I remain torn. Now, I've never liked just picking one board and sticking with it for a long time. I always say this, but as soon as I set up a spoon nose or single kick freestyle board, I immediately want to set up and skate a double kick board. The same goes for sizes. If I'm skating a 7.4, I wish I was on an 8. You'll always find the thing that's wrong with the board that you're skating. If you're like me, you'll constantly be trying to learn tricks and realize that the trick you're working on would be easier if your board was just a little bit different. And that's sort of also the beauty of freestyle. What we ride is so tuned to us, and our boards can complement the tricks we're trying to learn. So keep that in mind. I hope this helps you if you're trying to choose between a double kick and a single kick. And if you have more questions, feel free to hit us up in the comments, or you can go to the Waltz Discord where me and a bunch of freestylers are always online giving out help and help people decide between wheel durometers and board shapes and all kinds of stuff. But go out and skate, keep dancing, and we'll see you later this week for another video. Later, y'all. Okay, let's get out of the heat.